Good morning, friends, and thanks for joining me. We're continuing the themes that we have been talking about from Philippians chapter 4 on Sunday. And one of them, yesterday, it was be on the lookout for being a part of God's care circle. This one today is to think about and to learn to be content. Now, if you think about the Apostle Paul, this guy was not a content person by nature. He was a person who was driven and a make it happen kind of a person, and he had to learn contentment. I think he's a classic example of that. All of us have different kinds of dynamics that are going on inside of us that keep us from being content. And so we talked about some of these things last Sunday in terms of how you would go about learning, that you would assess situations with God, 30,000 foot level, that you would let go of self-reliance, that part of this is actually saying, Lord, I can't in my own strength, but you can. And that's part of the entryway into contentment, that we need to release our burdens to him, to come and bring those and set them down. But today I want to ask you to focus in on this one thing called simplify. Now, this is a common thing that's going on in our society today, this sort of purge and simplify and do more with less and be content with less instead of more, because the more just makes us spend more. It develops more debt. It develops more appetite. It just more. I just have to go with more. And it makes us chasers. We chase all kinds of things. So I believe that the Lord is challenging that by saying, I want you to simplify. And I think that that's something that is being discovered both by Christians and non-Christians alike. And today, I believe that the Lord is challenging us to maybe look in your closet, look around your house. Where do you have more than enough? What do you have that you can share with someone else? What kinds of resources do you have that you actually know people who could use those things, but they still sit in your closet, they sit in your garage, they sit in your backyard, and they're not being of help to anyone on the off chance that at some point in time you might use them, but you're just keeping them, you're just storing them, maybe even hoarding them. And I believe that the Lord is challenging us to simplify. He's challenging us to be generous with our stuff, with our money, with our lives, with our time, with our treasure, with our talent. He is calling us to be a people who live more simply and live more abundantly because we're living more simply. And that's the mystery in it, is that by living simply, we live more into God's abundance. Live simply. That's our word for today. Thanks so much for joining me. I love you.